Hi, this is Salahuddin Muhammad and my ID is 162061, and this video is for a assignment for mn502 overview of network security. And in this video I am going to install and explain and compare the features of two tools. I'm comparing two tools. The one is nmap and second is nessus. Firstly, I'm going to tell something about the nmap. Nmap is a free open source utility for network discovery and security, which means like it is it reveals open ports and services which are running on the remote system. For installation, I'm going to nmap website. When you go on nmap website, there are different. Nmap is for different all kind of platforms like Windows, Linux, Mac. So I'm going to download a copy of I'm going to download for Windows one. So here is the from here I can download, which I have already downloaded, which is in my download. And uh, you will get a zip folder when you download. So you need to unzip it and rename this. So I renamed it as nmap. And there are three kind of techniques when you are using nmap. First is zenmap, second is command prompt, third is zigwin systems. But for my assignment I'm using a command one. For command one I'm using like if you want, when you are using a command one, first thing is you need to find your IP address. For finding your IP address we are using ipconfig command. When you type ipconfig you will get the IP address. And when after getting IP address, we are about to find the host connected to this IP address. To find that, first I need to go to nmap directory, and there I have to type my IP address. Nmap is the command to find the nmap. When I type nmap and IP address, it will show all the ports connected to my IP address and status of all the ports and different type of services being used on the ports. So I have already downloaded and I have already found the number of connected ports. And the second thing is I'm using nessus. First thing is I'm going to tell something about the nessus. Nessus is an open source network vulnerability scanner. Nessus is deployed by millions of users worldwide to identify vulnerabilities of their network and policy violating configurations and malwares that attackers use to penetrate your or your customer network. For this installation process, first thing I'll go to nmap website, and I have to register myself by giving my personal details. When I press get started, I'll get an email with activation link and activation code key as well. When I press on activation link, which I have already downloaded, when you press activation link, it will take you to next page. This is the next page. Here I'm downloading Nexus 7.0.3 for 64-bit, which is for Windows Server. When I press on this, I'll get a setup file like this. When I press this setup file, I'll go on installation pages. It's a very lengthy process, so I have already installed it and I have saved some of the screenshots for installations. You just have to agree the agreement and then follow the steps, and at the end it will ask you to connect to SSL. When you click on this SSL, it will ask you to create your account. You need to enter username and password and continue, and type of service you like to have, and then activation code which you got in your mail, and then continue. So after installation, it will straight away take you to the website. Here we going to press new scan, and we are using basic network scan. On basic network scan, when you put your name, and when you target, when here in the target block, we going to put our IP address, which I have already done. Here this is my IP address, and it shows the vulnerability level. Here this yellow color is the medium level of vulnerability, green is low one, and blue is highest one. It's information one. And this way I can compare the vulnerability of the here. Now I'm going to compare both the tools. Nexus is mainly treated as vulnerability scanner, where in other hand nmap is basically used for the purpose of detecting the location of host and the servers. The major function of this nexus is to detect the vulnerability that will attack as a threat to the infrastructure. In case of nmap and major issues, in case of nmap, the major issues is that the mapping of the location of the host and server. For my case study, the security issue is by blocking the sites that do not bother the aim of the organization, as well as the carrier of the organization. Installation of firewall also. To be helpful way to stop this unauthorized access to the data. Thank you very much.